The Book of Wisdom, Series 17. Darkness for Egyptians and light for Israelites. How great are your judgments and how difficult to explain. Therefore, people who have not learned about them have gone astray. While the godless thought they had the holy nation in their power, they themselves were prisoners, captives of a long night, shut in under their own roofs, banished from eternal providence. While they thought to remain unnoticed with their secret sins, remaining hidden under the veil of forgetfulness, they were scattered in frightening dismay, terrified by vision. The dark places where they sheltered could not protect them from fear. They heard horrific noises around them and were confronted with ghostly and mournful apparitions. No fire could give them light, while the sparkling radiance of the stars dared not shine on that horrible night. All that shone for them was an inextinguishable and terrifying fire. And in their terror, when this vision ended, they imagined their situation to be worse than it was. Their magic arts failed, and their intelligence, in which they took pride, was utterly confounded. Those who claimed to eliminate the fear of disturbance of the sick mind were themselves afflicted with a ridiculous fear. Although there was nothing to cause this fear, they were terrified by the buzz of insects and the hiss of snakes. They died convulsed with fear, refusing to look even at the air from which, however, no one could escape. Wickedness is cowardly and is condemned by itself. Pursued by conscience, it always exaggerates problems. For fear is no more than giving up the help that reason is able to give. Inasmuch as this help is lacking interiorly, the unknown cause of one's torments seems greater. So throughout the night, though it was a powerless night, issued from the depth of powerless underworld, they all slept the same sleep. They were pursued by monstrous ghosts and paralyzed by their soul's surrender. For sudden was unexpected fear overwhelmed them. Whoever had fallen lay there, shut up in a prison not made of iron. Whether ploughman or shepherd or someone working by himself, he had to submit to an inevitable fate. All were bound by the same chain of darkness. Everything held them paralyzed with fear. The whistling of the wind and the tuneful song of the birds in spreading branches, the continuous noise of rushing water, and the terrible crash of falling rocks, the swift invisible bounding of animals, the terrifying roar of wild beasts, and the echo rebounding from the mountains. The whole world shone in brilliant light and continued its work without hindrance. They alone were covered in the darkness of night, the image of night that would be their lot. But even heavier than the darkness was the burden they were for themselves.